The concept of the show, in conceiving the show to celebrate for this occasion, was not unlike the one that we did in 2012, the 125th. And so what I've done is developed it a little bit further, and there's 3 threads to the show. And one thread is how Capezio, the history of Capezio reflects the history of dance in America, which it does. Its evolution is directly relates to the evolution of dance in all the different disciplines, the different genres, and the story is told through the perspective of shoes and the different shoes that different dance genres have and what those are for each dancer who wears them. So that's another thread. And then there's the cobbler and the ballerina story, which point shoe, the relationship a ballerina has to her point shoe is major. And in the same way, the cobbler spends his whole life crafting those shoes. So it's kind of a long distance relationship. Having been grown up in the Joffrey Ballet and the diversity that the Joffrey represented also reflects my choices in terms of diversity on dance programs like this kind of evening, and the amalgamation of talent. A grand synthesis of American dance, and how that synthesis creates a kind of energy, if you will, an alchemy of energy that is what's very unique to this kind of show. Okay, that was abstract and esoteric, but we can talk about. So the thing that I guess I wanted to relate to that relates to me is the cobbler and the ballerina story, the awardees in the different disciplines. So Mr. Wiggles, I have history with him, and the history is from 30 years ago, really. So what is happening now, the diversity that's happening now, and the blending of the styles and the sharing of different disciplines and the sharing of different ideas is sort of relatively new, but the people who paved the way required a lot of trust. How that relates to the integrity of the program is that we've got the roots of a form, and we've got the contemporary version of where it's evolved to this point now. So to make a really good show, it really is about the past meeting the future. So the past meets the future, and it all comes together. And I'm a harbinger of bringing all these energies to light and all these synthesis of talent together. That's kind of what I do in an unrecognized way since 1985. And in the same way, Nigel...
What year was that?
And in the same way, Nigel Lithgow is a harbinger of contemporary dance for the future, because he's now setting in motion a whole new genre and those offshoots. And so they are also on this program. So it's truly a coming together of, like I said, past meets future, and then where do we go from here?